Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. This is Nama of the DC camp, a branch of Great Millstone. Back for another video. First and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakahakradash. Once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who are well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways. All right, week in, week out. Also, the numerous amounts of videos that are posted to help further push the truth out across the four corners of this earth, all right, because time is growing short. This is the copyright disclaimer, because I'm going to be using a couple of videos. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, because I am in no way trying to profit off of this, just using this as for what I just read. Comment, news reporting, teaching, etc. All right, so what we have here, once again, in light of the CK assassination and, things of that nature, what we have here is a case, and I love the term that he gives these people, where a race soldier, as we otherwise know as police officer, tried to provoke this black woman who just happened to be an attorney. All right. So we're going to take a look at this. And let's just say he didn't get what he was hoping for. Here we go.
One of the reasons why a lot of FBAs don't like race soldiers is because even when we're doing the right thing, even when we have our own businesses, some of them just want to mess with us. Now, you got a woman in our community who's a lawyer, and she's dumping trash. I want you to watch what this race soldier comes up to her and says.
But, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, officer.
What is it you think you're doing here?
I'm dumping trash out.
That's illegal. This is private property. You can't be using this dumpster for your trash.
Oh, no, it's okay. My office is right here. It's not illegal. I have an office here, sir.
Your office is here. You work, and you work here.
Correct. I'm an attorney at law.
So hard to believe.
That's correct. Yes.
You're an attorney.
Yes, sir. Do you need a business card or anything?
Yeah,
Do you need
that.
services?
Yes, I need proof of this.
Would you like services or anything? Or why do you need my business?
I would like to see proof that you're an attorney because it's private property. You can't be throwing trash out there. You're breaking the law.
Okay, I would love to show you my business card. That's no problem.
1019.
Here you go, sir. Linda Jones, attorney at law, located right at this office address.
You always wondered why that app didn't exist. Now you can make it. Meet Replit Agent.
Linda Jones, attorney at law, located right at this office address.
I see the Linda Jones, but I don't see the address here.
Sir, if you flip the card over, please. Thank you. Is there anything else I can help you with, sir? Because the sun is...
I still don't see the address.
Sir, here's the address here, please. And that's my name. Is there anything else that you need to verify that, sir? I'm trying to cooperate here.
Ma'am, I'll ask the questions. You're breaking the law right now.
Actually, I'm an attorney. I know my rights, and I'm not breaking the law. As I stated, sir, I'm a tenant at this office location.
Okay, this card doesn't prove any of that. I need to...
At some point, you just maybe wish that this is a skit of some sort. How could anyone even continue with this in the, as far as he's concerned, unlikely event that what she's saying is true, and she is an attorney, Wow, why not just play it safe? But no.
Your ID.
You don't need to my ID, sir. I just gave you my business card.
Ma'am, don't make this any more
This is my
difficult than it has
office
to be.
address.
There's no need to be confrontational.
Nobody's
I need to
being
see your ID.
confrontational, sir.
Oh.
I'm not being
Ma'am,
confrontational.
you're being incredibly aggressive.
Oh,
All you're doing is
the
escalating the situation, and there's no need for
so-called
any of
black
this.
person
I'm
being
escalating the
aggressive.
situation.
Correct. I've asked you
You know
3
what?
times now. I need to
I
see
will
your
show
ID.
you my ID to verify the business card, okay? I'll do that for you. But I don't have to, okay? So you know that. This is my name to verify the business card and the office address, sir. This is not illegal dumping, once again.
Alright, but the address is different on your license than it is on the business card.
Because that's a business location, sir. That's not my
This
home
destroys
address.
your probable cause in the first place.
Yeah, this whole thing just seems very suspicious. I'll be right back. I need to
sir,
run this ID.
You don't need to run my ID, sir. You don't need to. I'm an attorney, like I said. That'll be against your jurisdiction if you're trying to run my driver's license.
Ma'am, you
You and I both know that, or I can tell you that right now. That's illegal what you're doing.
just illegally took your ID.
Because you have no reason to legally stop me. I gave you my ID. I did not have to, once again.
Ma'am, you're breaking the law.
I'm
You're
not
illegally
breaking
dumping
the law.
trash.
You're
Your
breaking the
addresses do
law.
not match up.
Yes, they do. They do match up.
Well, then you should have no problem with me running it then, if you are who you
You
say
don't
you
need
are.
to run my ID, sir. I told you, again, I'm a lawyer. This is my office address. I've proven that with my business card and my driver's license. This is not illegal. You have no reason to stop me.
Well, then you should have no reason for me to run your ID if you are so in fact a lawyer and this is your property. Because from where I stand, you're illegally dumping trash into a dumpster.
If we continue with this, sir, you're going to get sued. Is that officer I see? Badge 2322? You really want to continue this conversation? Knowing that I'm an attorney at home.
I mean, you haven't proven that you're an attorney.
With the business card saying attorney, that doesn't, and the ID matching, that doesn't do it for you? Or you want to keep going down this rabbit hole, officer?
Okay, ma'am, this could just be so simple. All you need to do is give me your ID and your business card back.
I'm not letting you
me
run
it.
anything. I don't have to let you run anything. Maybe you need to go read
All
into your law
supervised.
books
Ma'am,
instead of just the academy.
if you weren't breaking the law,
You're going to get sued, sir. This is harassment now because you're on my private property as a tenant.
1017.
And you're trying to make me, call whoever you need to call because you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I don't know if it's racism. I don't know what you have going on, a bad day. I'm not sure, sir, but you need to go.
None of that is relevant to what's going on here.
It's very relevant because you're sitting here harassing me at my workplace when I'm taking out my trash where I pay for have my office space.
Okay, none of that has been proven. I do have an ongoing investigation right now that I just got
Giving
called on.
you my business card. I've given you my business card. I've showed you my ID and verified that's the name. This is my office. Would you like to come inside?
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna let you off on a warning.
You have no choice but to let me off on a warning. Because you need a warning yourself.
Stop.
Keep it going.
Stop.
I have an ongoing investigation I need to tend to.
I bet you do.
We're gonna leave this as
I
a
bet
warning
you do.
today.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we clearly can see that cop was an anti-black racist. And he was an ignorant fool at the same time. The sister gave him the card. He said, what's the address? He said, turn it over. Why wouldn't you turn it over? He immediately just said she's committing a crime, right?
And this is why, hey, hold on just 1 second here, Salakia. This is why we always stress, again, it's in the scriptures, all right, how to deal with everything. This is Matthew 5:25, and she represented, like I said, that's why I was like, hold on there, stop, don't take it too far. It says, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. You see, he kept trying to escalate things, you know, because that's what he was hoping from the get-go what happened. And he caught that ignorant old black woman that everybody, is portrayed in real life. All right. So he could do whatever he wanted to be justified in doing. But no, he ran up on the right one in this case. All right. And for the most part, she represented well. All right. Wow. This is why, let me get another one. This is why I always say these people should not be policing us. It's common sense, really. Let's see where I want to start right there. I will start at 5. This is Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. See, he thought he had an easy prey here. Oh, yeah. I got it. How am I going to work this? Ma'am, you can't dump trash. This is illegal. Dudley Do Right, right? It says they commune of laying snares. Privily. Let's look at that. Privily. All right. Strong's H2934. Thamant. To hide in secret. There's no telling what he could have done. It's a woman. Make some kind of side deal. It happens. All right. They say, who shall see them? 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both then were thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. All right. But 5 is the key here. He just thought, oh man, the Birdman hand rub and everything. Yeah, I got one. And then disappointment. Especially as he heard, I'm an attorney. Oh shit. Now, you know what? She's lying. I can't be this unlucky. No, she's lying. Kept pressing it. Well, let me see some ID. Business card. Gave the business card. Where's the address? Sir, if you flip it over. No, okay. That's not good enough. You got ID? Well, I really don't have to show you. As I told you, I'm an attorney. But I'll do it. Okay, everything matches. God damn it. This isn't good enough. Just wanting, just hoping, all right, that she'd take it, or she'd do something where he could take it to the next level. But that didn't happen. I just love videos like this. I really do. All right, because, I hope she did a report, not let that shit slide. Oh, no. Because even if nothing happened with you, he's going to take it out on the next person, next Jake that comes along. All right? That isn't an attorney, that has no expertise in those matters when it comes to law and such. All right? That's how they roll. Let's continue. Let's go back to the video.
You turn over. He immediately just says she's committing a crime, right? Don't know what she's doing. Who cares if she's throwing something in a trash can?
Yeah.
And see, this is what you call a race soldier.
It's not on the street.
Right there. An anti-black race soldier. They sit up here targeting a black person because she's in a higher level than him. He went to the police academy. He don't know the law like a lawyer would know the law. Lawyers go to school. They go do their regular degree. Then they go to law school. This cop only in the academy, what? So many months? And like he running around here talking about like he know the law? Most of them don't even have a criminal justice degree. But I'm glad this sister stood on business because he was a straight up racist. And we can see that. We know the nuances of that.
Yep.
Now, the folks who kind of slow, well, how would you know FBAs know anti-black racism when we see it?
Yep.
Don't have to really say
Feel
no
that
words.
shit.
We know the attitude. We know the condescending speech. We know it all as FBAs. And this is what some of us have to put up with. But see, notice, she knew what she was talking about. Well, I'm going to let you go with a warning. No. It wasn't no warning. You were flat out wrong. You was going to get sued. And if I was a sister, I'd go ahead and sue anyway, right? Because you got all the evidence that you needed. He was just harassing you. He should have left you the hell alone. Who cares if you dump something in the trash? She's throwing something in the freaking trash.
Not on
What's
the
so
street,
special
like
about
I
that
said.
trash can?
Not littering or anything.
That he got to guard the trash can. Out of all the things that he could be monitoring in the city, he should be watching them trailer parks with methany and methu. He should be watching that. And how they be having all that meth around their children. That's what he should be patrolling. But no, he's worrying about a black woman dumping something in the doggone trash. It's a trash can. I don't care what she's doing. She's not dumping chemicals. She's not dumping a body. So why are you worried about what she's dumping in a trash can? That's the things that a lot of black folks talk about. And this is why you have some black folks, when they were talking about all the segregation talk and all of that, this is why you have some black folks say they would like to segregate. Because of people like him. See, folks, when you sitting up here talking about, why would they say that? That the guy right there in that video is why some black folks want to segregate away from you. And I've said this for my videos. Black folks globally, not just in America, globally, need a 1,000-year separation to heal. It would take 1,000 years to.
And this is where that black always gets you into trouble, because everybody that's dark-skinned is not, all right, of the same nation. All right, Israelites. All right, we're going to get it. He said 1,000 years. That's interesting. All right, we're going to get that. All right, trust you and believe. Oh yes, Book of Obadiah. All right. Like my man in what was it? What was that movie with Robert De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr.? Was it Men of Honor? Toward the end, he had lost his leg and he wanted to continue in the service. And De Niro was, he was demoted at that point, but was his former Master Chief, and he was motivating him to finish because he had to do a certain amount of steps unaided. All right, and he had to put on that diving suit. He told him, he said, toward the end there when he's about to give up, he said, "Damn it, Cookie, I want my 12." We telling these Edomites, we want that 1,000, all right? Double what we got. And we gonna get it. All right?
Heal. And after 1,000 years, for every black person on the globe to be away from them, then maybe they can start reintegrating and talking.
No,
that
ain't, nope, ain't no, there's no repentance, there's no turning back, all right? Let's see, Hebrews 12, and this is where, this is indeed the comforter, all right? And where you stupid Christians, you waste so much time and effort in trying to save something that cannot be saved. In fact, let's go, before I come to Hebrews, let's go to Ecclesiastes. There's one here. There's Ecclesiastes 1:15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. Let's stay in the same chapter. Let's go to 7. Oops, I want 1, 2. Ecclesiastes 7. All right. And 13, consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? These people were created to be the wicked on this earth. There is no, and this is going to say it. This is Hebrews 12, starting at 6. Oh, let me go down straight to the point. 16. I was going, anyway. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau or his descendants. All right, Genesis 36th chapter gives you the genealogy. All right. Verse 8 in that chapter tells you Esau is Edom. Because you have some person will say, well, he was just talking about Esau. No, it tells you it's that whole nation. He's just the forefather. All right. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, making reference to Genesis 25th chapter. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. That's chapter 27, Genesis. All right. He's done. He's through. So, wow. This was another movie. This is as good as it gets for these devils. And as it says in Isaiah 14:21, go back now. I won't just tell you, I want to show you. Because this is making reference to a man, unlike what the Christian church has always taught you. It says the restoration of Jacob. Israel's remnant taunts Babylon, those elect. All right, and then we go down here because it's making reference. In fact, let me get that. Because when this guy goes down, let's start at 5. The Most High, whose name is Yahweh, hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he never let up. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Feller, just think of it as modern day lumberjack. Now, how much of a piece of shit do you have to be for the trees to rejoice? When you're gone. Think about that. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? You're seeing that now, all right? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, because these are some proud devils, and you're seeing them being humble right before your eyes. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Yeah, look at America. It's crumbling apart. How art thou fallen from heaven? And this is the thing that they confuse with being an angelic being when it's talking about a race of people, those that are in power here on earth. All right. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said, and this is the 5 eyes, showing his pride, his hubris. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend upon the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, which is what? To the grave, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? And he did, as a man he did. It tells you. All right. Is this the man? (17) That made the world as a wilderness. Revelation 11 and 18. Those that destroy the earth, hey, he's done. Nobody had the capacity to do what he's done as far as how he has destroyed ecosystems and still doing it. It's like, where are you people's minds at that read this, and you can't associate that with anyway, that made the world as a wilderness and destroy the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Why? Because he's making money off of them, especially when it comes to Jake. Convict leasing, all that. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And indeed it won't. That's why I mentioned Book of Obadiah. Here's my point, 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. All of this has been, you've been having notes taken on you from ages past, all right? And the amount of the sin upon sin, the iniquity has gotten to this point, all right? And that's Revelation 18, all right? It's gone all the way to the heavens. There is no coming back for these people once they fall. And they know this instinctively. They know this. All right? That's what you're seeing now with all the pettiness. All right? Let me see. 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up, verse 22, for I will rise up against them, saith the Most High, the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith the Most High, Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, which is those missiles. That's what they were. That's what he was allowed to create them for, saith the Most High, the Lord of hosts. This is why all this, because he thinks, like it says in Isaiah 10 and 13, he thinks by his own wisdom that he did all this. Oh, I'm so smart. Yeah, this is me. Yeah, no. He's been set up. He's a tool. All right, as King David said in Psalm 17th chapter, verse 13. He is a tool. He is the sword of the Most High. And like he likes to do with his tools, this is what the Most High is going to do to him. He's going to break him. And in most cases, when Esau breaks his tools, it's public and very brutal. Just like what you saw last week. Just like you saw with Kennedy and others. Make it public and make it brutal. As an example. So that's all I'm going to have for this video. I think I've more than made my point. They just love messing with Jake because it's been so easy. It's been so easy. Easy money, as they say. And with their control of the press and everything, it's, it's one of those Negroes. They got kind of uppity and said, how are we going to fix this? Well, we'll play on that. They're hot-headed and they're thugs and all this shit. Yeah. So, once again, with that, I hope whoever views this video has been edified. That's what we do here at Great Millstone. All right, and even more so today. Ironic topic. Keep your head on a swivel. All right. Like I say, now more so than ever, because these assholes, they don't like the squeeze being put on them. They've been so comfortable with seeing us, all right, having to live like we live, and now they've been brought down to our level, more or less. So with that, until the next video, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom.